Okay, so this is recording now, so I'm going to share. As you know that this one, I think Hazel, you have not received it because you are not in the group chat. Huh? Okay, so this is a Christmas RSVP, means you have to update me whether you're coming on this day because I need to cater food and cater presents and things like that. Huh? Okay, so this will be on the 10th. I just designed this afternoon. I just came back from my work. I designed this. Okay, very cute, right? This Santa Claus is definitely not Uncle Raymond, but the Rudolph the Red Neon Reindeers is me. Okay, so this is a place hopefully to see you on the 10th. I know some of you cannot make it. Don't feel bad. We will have it next round. Okay. Okay, this is my little appreciation to all my students who have done well in one way or another in their studies. Okay, so this is 3 things to update you guys. Now let's move on to today's lesson. Okay, I just want to get some feedback before I move on, if you don't mind. Okay, let's go one by one. Yibao 不见了. Okay. Jianglong, what do you think about the lesson plan for 2023? I would like you. This is where we start. That's how I want the feedback or learn. Jianglong, back to you. Is there any improvement, or is it good or bad or whatever? Just give me your honest, sincere feedback. Okay, Jiarong, thank you.
For what?
Well, just now I present all the items, the 20 items, remember, for the lesson?
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you.
What's your question?
Oh, how do you find those plans for 2023, those items that I show you just now?
Improve on English.
Do you find it's exciting to learn all these new things?
Yeah, you can learn new things.
In fact, combination of a lot of subjects, huh? Something new, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, man. Thank you. How about Zhonghan? Thank you. How about Zhonghan? How do you find the 2023? Hey, you are my boss there. You are my leader now, Hao Xuan and Zhonghan and Ruoling and Yibao. I'm your servant. No? I'm preparing this item to make sure you as a leader accept it or not. No? So if you don't like, must tell me how I must cater to your needs. Okay. And because you guys are taking exam, not me. How back to you, Zhonghan.
Oh, very interesting.
Okay.
While learning English, there is many other subjects teach during the lesson.
Yes, I'm not trying, Zhonghan. Thanks for saying that. I'm not trying. I'm doing my best to see whether can I combine all the subject into English and make full use of it so that you can multi-learn. Okay, thank you. How about you, Hao Xuan? What is your thought about my presentation of the lesson 2023 to you, sir?
I think it's really nice.
I'm sorry, your mic still a bit of distorting. Sorry, sir. What do you say?
Yes.
若琳，他讲什么啊？你听得到吗？我听不到哦，真的，对不起，浩璇。Maybe you want to type. So sorry, I don't keep you asking, repeating. And it's not your fault, It's your mic got problem. Seriously, we cannot hear you. Oh, 对不起啊。So maybe you can type. Zhiting, what do you think? Oh, I think it's very interesting. Okay, thank you, sir. Zhiting, what do you think?
It's very interesting and
That's
fun.
all. Sorry?
It's very interesting to see how the teachers use different subjects to teach English.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Okay. How about you, Hazel?
I think that it's quite fun,
That's right. It's the F word. Yeah, I like the F word. The fun.
Yeah, it's
fun. The fun. No, seriously. I mean, sorry to say. Thank you, Hazel. Karen, what do you want to say? That's all. I think for these generations, learning must be really very extraordinary, must be different. My generation, your parents and my generation are all memorizing, but you have to have some memorizing, of course. I'm a bit disappointed for those who are my set 3 next year. Some of them, they are very good in history, but they drop history. I'm very disappointed. I'm not angry with them, but disappointed. One of them say too much thing to memorize, but I really know the certain things. But history is not just memorize. So I just want to share, since it's fun. So I want to make those subjects to you, not me, to the subject that is boring, can make it fun and fantastic. Okay, so like Uncle Raymond hates math a lot. No? So when I do the number 19 with maths, plus minus, I got really a big problem. But I want to overcome this problem to show that if I'm a servant to serve the leader like you, I can do it. As a servant myself, I can do it. I think my leader like you can do it. Thank you very much. Yipao, what do you think? That one only ask Luoling, Luoling don't care. Ask Yipao.
I would think that is quite interesting, and I'll agree with the others that it's fun.
Thank you, sir. All right, how about Luoling, last but not least?
I feel like it will be like very engaging because you use like different subjects to like link to English. So it's like not just like English, it's also about literature, history, and geography. So I feel like it will be very engaging.
Yeah, actually, I want to bring in Chinese as well. No? Like for example, 画蛇添足，你懂吗？这个成语最终来你们不懂我跟你讲完蛋了。画蛇添足 ，draw the snake with many legs. Okay, if you translate literally in Chinese to English, but then I'm thinking, I might think of using the Chinese because we have, in fact, sorry, no racism here, Hazel. In fact, we are all Chinese. I think we have one, or not your group. I have a few Malays, no, 1 or 2 Malays and Indians. So I want to bring in the Chinese because I told you before, Hazel, I got one Chinese student ask me 粽子，你懂粽子吗？你懂什么是粽子吗？ he asked me what kind of burger is that. I told you before, right? Hazel, did I tell you? So I want to bring the culture, like for example, 端午节, okay, and then 中秋节, something like that. So how can we do this in Chinese? Chinese version to English version. Get it? Okay, so this is something I might be taking on that. So Luoling, yes, especially a lot of people nowadays literatures. Is one of the main points. How can we, like, for example, I might call you guys to submit your literature books to Uncle Raymond. So one of my favorite is Animal Farm. I don't really like the boys with the striped pajamas, that one. Okay, and if you guys have the Shakespeare's literature, oh, I love it. But I got one student doing Romeo and Juliet. Sorry, that book I will not do. I just tell you in advance. I will never want to do the Romeo and Juliet, but if no choice, if you need help, then I will do that. All right, so now go back to this presentation here. But before we do the presentation, well done. Luoling, this is done by your group or by yourself?
By Jianing.
By who?
Jianing.
Jianing. Wow, that's very nice of her, but sorry, she's not in ready. I don't know what happened. Well done. Well done. Very good for her. Well done. Okay. So maybe you want to talk. Okay, this is something, yes. Okay, now we warm up. This is something that we're going to use it. And this cyber things is we are talking about IT. And you know, I hope all of you, by when you not say by set 3, in fact, now you all can start doing your testimonial and profiling. If you want to go to direct entry or DSA or direct entry to Poly or JC, you guys must do some of the things that is very helpful to you to keep your profile so that when you go for interview to your Poly or JC, you have extra points. Okay, back to you, Luoling. And who is in your group? And Jiarong also in your group, right? Jiarong, right? 2 of you, right? Okay, so let's talk about this. There are 1, 2, 3, 4. So maybe Jiarong, you can talk about which one. Okay, let's Jiarong start first. Jiarong, which one you want to talk about?
Mr. Raymond, we actually have like a whole script for this, so we already know like who is gonna say what.
Yeah, but okay, for Jianing not in, so one of you have to take over him, over her, okay? Can So okay, Jiarong, you may start.
Supposed to be Luoling stuff, then like I continue.
Oh, okay, so supposed to be what?
Luoling stuff first.
Okay, so since Luoling, okay, Luoling start first.
Hello everyone, today we're going to present cyber wellness and how we should protect ourselves from
Sorry, Lauren, I think your mic is quite away, and then there is some echoing. I'm not sure the rest agree with me now. So please don't mind. Carry on. Because this is a very serious presentation, so I don't want to miss out any point. Thank you.
What is cyber wellness, you may ask? Well, cyber is the well-being of internet users as we navigate cyberspace. It focuses on equipping netizens like us with the skills for positive purposes and to maintain a safe and positive presence in cyberspace.
cyber wellness is important as some of us might experience cyberbullying or cyber harassment, which is a form of bullying or harassment using electronic means. This is common among teenagers as the digital sphere has expanded and technology has advanced.
Hence, we need to protect ourselves from being cyberbullied. Here's how to do so. Firstly, can protect ourselves.
Sorry, Jialong, your just now you was lagging. So can you repeat the last few sentences? Your line was lagging. Thank you.
Firstly, cyber citizenship. We need to understand the can protect ourselves from it and be able to have a positive presence on the internet. Secondly, cyber use, maintaining a healthy relationship offline and online so that we don't get too caught up with the internet.
Thirdly, we can practice cyber tactics, which is to share content in a respectful and responsible way. This way, we can inspire others and not hurt others at the same time. Fourthly, we should develop a healthy online identity.
Lastly, we can create healthy relationships online, developing a safe, respectful, and meaningful relationship online can help to strengthen bonds between people and close ones. We have come to the end of our presentation. Thank you for listening.
Well done. Very good. Yes, I agree with Hazel. Yes. I think we can improve on that. One thing you say, healthy balance of online and offline activities. In case, imagine this is your presentation or competitions, the judges might ask you, may I know what kind of example are you giving on online and offline activities? So because there is a limited of 3 minutes presentations, you always must back up your example. Oh, so the healthy balance of online means that during the online, we respect one another. When the person is talking, we do not interrupt or we do not do anything or we do not walk away from our screen. That is a healthy balance of respect. Offline activities means that when we are not in the Zoom, we are doing some sending of messages to whoever, we respect people's privacy. Like for example, if we are taking a pictures with someone and because it's a birthday party, for example, so I want to post these pictures on my social media. But because of that person say, hey, please, don't post, I don't want to be my face there. Then either that, Lauren, you can blank off that person or put a happy space, cover his face or her face, right? Something like that. So this is like a balance, a healthy balance. What happened, Jialong or Zhonghen or Ziting, you accidentally put your friend's face there and forgot to put a smiley face. So few things you can take note of is to delete off or to be courteous enough to apologize to the person and the person, okay, since you put already, never mind, so next time don't do that. So take note of that. So this guy or this person might be very sensitive to their presence in the internet, whatever reason. There are people like that. You don't ask how come out, nothing wrong what. There are people who don't like to be showing off everywhere. That is his or her life. So we have to respect people's privacy. Okay, so you must give example like that. So then you will improve. Then you ask, okay, guys, all of you listening, then why should I do that? Hello, excuse me. I'm talking about going for Set 3, Set 4, and university. Okay, you don't give explanations without example. You don't give an explanation without evidence and example. So that's very important. You may start off like that. Good evening, everybody. My group today, we're going to share about cyber wellness. These cyber wellness are divided into 5 components, and let me start off with the first component while my fellows classmates will do the rest. So this will be one way, is the 1 minute presentation as well as a newspaper reporter presentation or even the debate presentation. You must always ask me, Hazel or how should why should I do this? Why you must do this? Because you have to do this in the real world. It's courteous. You must do this because you must show respect. So thank you. Back to you, Jiarong. Thank you, Ruoling. So next, as what Ruoling has mentioned about cyber citizen. Now, next, move on to cyber use. Then you talk. Back to you, Ruoling. Thank you, Jiarong. So we are talking about cyber relationship. Then back to you. Okay, thank you. Now I'll hand over to Jiarong. You know that kind of reciprocate like ping pong ball, like tick tock, or even the badminton or table tennis or tennis. Okay, so you must have two-way traffic, bilateral traffic. Okay, so it's very clear cut, it's very simple. So words like this is very good. I like this kind of diagram, mind mapping. So this is one way you see. So what happens if I will talk about water? If I talk about water here, okay, let's say this cyber wellness I change to water. Which are the 5 components we can talk about? We can talk about rain, 对吗? We can talk about acid water, 对吗? We can talk about new water, 对吗? We can talk about oceans, which is water, 吗? Then we can talk about the well, ma, 井啊, W-E-L-L, the water. So well is the past use of water. So you see, you have to do that. The more you do this, I tell you, Hazel, and all of you are Ziting, your brain, I tell you, will improve 10 times or even better. Trust me. Okay. I like this one, Ziting. Your group, right? Who is your group? Ziting, let me see. Ziting group is comprised. Wait. Ziting group will be Hazel and Zhonghen. Okay. Wow. Okay, how are you going to present? Who is going to present? Who want to start first? Zhonghen or Hazel? Who did this? Is it Ziting? You did this, Ziting? Hey, I make it smaller again. So everybody can see it. Will be okay, still cannot. And put 120%. I hope all of you can see. It's a bit small, the handwriting, but pretty neat. Okay, should be okay for everybody. Oh, it's your own individual. Okay, Ken. So if that's the case, maybe you want to share with the rest. Thank you. Ideology. What is your ideology? Ziting?
The definition and meaning of ideology is a system of ideas and ideals, especially one which forms the basis of economic or political theory or policy. There are 3 types of ideologies, which are conservatism and liberalism and socialism. Conservatism promotes the traditional social institutions in the context of culture and civilization from a political and social philosophy. Liberalism is the ideology that individuals come first and that they are more important even than a group or society of people. And socialism is believing that humans love cooperating as a group, and equality of everyone in a community is more important than individuals. The problem of ideology is to give an account within a materialist theory of how social ideas arise, and we need a particular social formation to inform the struggles to change society and open the road towards a socialist transformation. In summary, an ideology is a set of ideas, beliefs, and attitudes consciously or unconsciously held, which reflects understanding or misconceptions of the social and political world.
You're using your IP style of writing skills. Well done. So this can form into a mini essay already. My question to you, Zhi Ting, out of the conservatisms and liberalisms as well as socialism, so all the zem stuff, which one, in case your lecturers or your teacher might ask you, Zhi Ting, out of these three, which one do you think is the best and which one do you think is not very practical? Back to you, Zhi Ting.
I think socialism is the best and liberalism is not very practical.
Oh, why?
Because socialism create equality among people, like taxing the higher paid people or richer people, so that we could spread wealth to the not so rich and wealthy people. While liberalism is just about thinking for oneself and not thinking about others at all, like prioritizing oneself above others.
So the last part you put there here, since you mentioned that this part here, thus the government is the only way in which individuals' freedoms can be preserved for everyone. So this you are talking about liberalism. Then you say total citizen trust is on the divide between the upper and the middle class, which is talking about this. Of course, you say the conservatisms, which is to conserve the philosophies of how people to preserve the ways things are supposed to be, because the context of culture and civilized. Okay, these are all quite true to certain country in the Middle East, maybe, or even to China, maybe, or even to India. India maybe also with the caste system, right? It's the C. Okay, I don't know, I can write here now. A S T, not bad, so far so good, and E. Okay, so this is a C. So this is a caste system. The caste system, you know, in India, they are divided into 4 classes, very conservative, meaning that the lower class will not interact with the higher class. So Zhi Ting, oh, Xing is in already. So Zhi Ting, if you say socialism is open up to everybody, meaning that it sounds like a bit of communism, right? So what about liberalism? The word liberal means freedoms of speech, individual, correct? To allow the voice of all. Do you think in country like communism or even certain parts of the country, hi Xingyuan, do you think other parts of the world they encourage LGBT? Zhi Ting, back to you. You know what's LGBT, everyone? Hey, sir, you know what's LGBT? Hey, you know, recently the World Cup, they don't allow the captain to put the armband to put there one love for all the different type of LGBT and humans. So if they put that in Qatar, they will get fined and get yellow card. Okay, and they are not allowed to drink alcohol in the stadium. That one I like that best, Iba. That one I like best. Okay, 喝酒每次很闹事. Hi, Xingyuan, are you okay? Cannot. Yeah, Xingyuan. It seems like you just wake up, your hair so wet. Okay, so hi Xingyuan, just saying hi to everybody. Because you just came in, right? We all agree after that 5 minutes later, Xingyuan will be doing a pole dance to show to everybody. Okay, yeah, agree, right? Zhongwen is the one who suggests one. I didn't suggest. Okay, then the rest say that you have to wear your swimming costume to dance. Yeah, thank you. Okay. So Zhi Ting, back to you, Joe, okay, so this is how we work in the class. Okay, not to extreme, no racism on this. Zhi Ting, now you tell me, you say socialism, 对吗? Socialism means inclusive, but communism don't allow LGBT, right? Do you think China allow LGBT? No, right? So China is a communist country, right? Agree? How should I agree on how should I? It's still a communist country, right? Even though they allow capitalism, so-called they allow privatization, but the country is controlling the whole entire wealth of the country. The country controls the whole entire wealth of the economies. So whether you're Jack Ma or whoever you are, or Foxconn or anyone's, or your parents or relative who are doing business, you know that it's supposed to be like that. So Zhi Ting, you're saying taxing the rich to give to the poor, right? Did you say that just now? You say that, right? Taxing the rich to give the poor. Honestly 啊，在座各位 leaders 啊，请问你们这位8位 leaders， 你们是赚了几百万 a few million dollars 啊 ？Will you want to get taxed and give the money to the poor and share when most of them 就是好吃懒做、守株待兔、不顾正业 ？You wanna? Okay, I was in London when I was doing my study at ASO. I can see some of them they just don't want to work and then collect money and then go gambling, go and drink alcohol, become hooligans. You know it's hooligans, right? That means being a gangster. And then my uncle in New Zealand, okay, he's now there. Also collect money. For him, he collect money, he pay taxes. But there are those who are not doing collect money, go and play jackpot. You want this kind of taxpayer money, your money, 若零医保, imagine all of you now, not imagine, you are all millionaire. And the government tax you a lot and give to these people. 你要吗？你要吗？我不要嘞。I'm not going to give these people. No racism. No racism. My mom was in London and showed those people who drink, usually the blacks. They'll just sit there and take drugs, take cocaine, and then 闹事, okay, create chaos. See, 你要吗？ You're earning millions of dollars and then you get tax, and then use this money to feed this parasite. Hazel, I'm using the word parasite. I'm telling you right to your face now. Seriously, I wouldn't. But if in Singapore, you're saying that you get taxed and then give to the poor, we can see the money, use it correctly, then I agree. So today, be careful, not what you say. Be careful, you say when you take tax the rich and give the poor. We are not Robin Hood. You know what's Robin Hood, right? Robin Hood, there's this story about Robin Hood. Rob the rich and give the poor. No, the present society is different. So when you're doing this, remember, this is where you're going to study. If you want to study political science or science, all these things on the social society issue, it's very, very sensitive. Really, very sensitive. Because we are talking about individual. Honestly, today, out of these three, I would love liberalism. Liberalism is where you have your own voice. You're able to articulate, to say something. Thanks to Ziting to bring out this one. Okay, I would not have done this without his help of showing this. So it gives you a much profile. This is where, Xingyan, you missed out just now, the 2023 plan. That maybe later we got time, I'll show you, Xingyan, that we have a lot of new things coming out for 2023. So this is something that we want to discuss more profile, like using science, like which part, okay, see, like we are talking about liberalism and socialism, just now we talk about geography. You disagree? Lordy, what happened? You shake your head. You just now you're like, I don't know who you do to. Sorry. You're doing to one.
Talking to my mom.
Sorry?
I was talking to my mom.
You mean your mom in the screen? Hi, Auntie. No. Hi, Mrs. Cole. No, okay, just kidding. Okay, look, cannot call Auntie after she killed me. Hi, Mrs. Cole. Okay, so you realize this one we talk about countries like Cuba. Have you heard of Cuba? Cuba? CUBA?
Basketball.
Cuba.
The bird. Oh.
They make the best cigar in the world. They make the best cigar. Sorry, Hazel. I know it's wrong to share with you all these things. But this is knowledge. You need to know knowledge. Because, hey, don't forget you are doing editing, right? Sometimes it might come out this kind of things. Actually, Uncle Raymond, it used to be a very heavy smoker. I smoke all kinds of cigarettes, but because until I smoke until my heart got problem, and then end up my 3 children also got problem. Deserve it lah, no good. So what I'm saying that like Cuba is a communist country, it's a socialism. They don't allow liberalism. In the whole world, there are about 4 to 5 countries that is communist. China is one of them. Vietnam, North Korea, no need to say the 那个小叮当the leader, I call him 小叮当. Okay, and then Cuba, and then one of the countries, if I'm not mistaken, is in Africa. So you see, this is just only one of the ideology. There are about more than 20 different types of ideology in the world. And the worst one to me is not the communism, it's militarism. The one in Myanmar. You know where is Myanmar? 缅甸嘉荣子婷中恒新人，你听过 Myanmar 吗？就是那个缅甸 Aung San Suu Kyi my godson's daddy told me I think 这个国家完蛋了。 真的完蛋了 because the lady want to liberalize Myanmar, but unfortunately was controlled by military. When a country run by military, good luck to you. They don't talk about things, they talk about power and they talk about GUN. You know GUN, huh? They use gun to talk. Seriously, militarism. That's what happened during World War II. When before World War II, Japan was liberal, democratic country. But when it took over by Prime Minister Tojo, it became militarism. And militarism is where they are very hungry for power. They will want to expand their territory, their ideology to the out of their countries. All right. So thank you so much today. I think you spent more than 1 hour plus to do this. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? More than 1 hour. Right, today. Hello, today. Hello, today. Can you answer me? At least you show me a thumbs up. Every time the two of you, 嘉龙 and 子婷，整天给我看你的头发。我知道你头发很漂亮 ，OK？ 子婷 is it more than 1 hour? Yeah, well done. So please, this is one way, Hazel, is to create your homework. You need not have to write an essay. The reason why actually my ideology is that by doing homework is to beef up when you go for exam. So you can think of impromptu. 你听过这个七步诗吗？煮豆燃豆萁，同是宫本生。七步诗在七步里面，那个曹丕还是曹泽还是什么啊 ？I can't remember. If the brother cannot come up this within 7 steps to have something to say, the brother is going to chop off his head. 对吗？怡宝，你听过这个？为什么你要跟我讲这个 Uncle Raymond？ 因为我要你的脑筋转得很快，你不可以慢呢。你慢就是说你被淘汰，you're being rejected. Sorry, you are living in a world now that your parents are protecting you. Hazel, how long can your parents protect you? No, right? In fact, when you are 50 years old, you don't tell me, Mommy, Daddy, please protect me. Hey, hello, Hazel, something wrong with you, correct? It's your job to protect your aging parents, 了嘛，对不对？ Correct, no? Hey, you all don't believe me, sorry, I'm not cursing you all, please. You all are so free, please go to visit one of the nearest hospital and sit there and see for yourself. I'm not asking you to see doctor, sit there and see for yourself. You see those old folks being pushed. I'm very disappointed. I'm not sure. I'm sorry, Luo Ling and Zhong Han. I'm not sure, Zhong Han Xing. I'm not sure that those push on are usually the helpers. 我在问他们的孩子在哪里啊？ So when you go to shopping center, you realize the couple, they push their baby in the pram, right? 对吗？ Stroller, So when they already, the children grow up, they push the wheelchair of their parents. Very funny, right? When we are young, we are being pushed the stroller and the pram by our parents. But when our parents are young, we start to push like my mom. I push a wheelchair every time to go to Kutehua to go for checkup. You know, the moment when my mom sit in the wheelchair and I push her, I flashback when I was young that time. You know, same thing, right? Children rolling. I believe when your baby, your mommy got pram and push you, right? Okay, 我祝你的 mommy daddy 长命百岁身体健康。But you never know in life. Like suddenly I look at Facebook last night, middle of the night, halfway, my friends, the father passed away in JB. Few months ago, my friend's mother passed away in Malaysia, and they are working here. You know how hard pain it is when you're working here and you can't even see the last minute of your parents. That is damn freaking sad, to be honest. So how? Treasure every minute. Okay? And when your parents ask you to study, just shut up and do it. So when your parents are old that time and they refuse to listen to you, then you use this example. Hey, Mommy, Daddy, 以前我年轻的时候你叫我做东西我听你的，现在你老了要准时吃药，照顾看 check out 你也是要 follow 我吗？Then they will keep quiet. True not? Because 你要你的父母亲长命百岁，身体健康，万事如意。So how to do that? Study hard. Not just study hard, must earn a lot of money. True not? You know how expensive? Imagine every time my mom go to hospital and check out, if without the MediSave, I have to pay a few $100 there. Honestly, Rolly, I got one time I brought my mom to go to eye checkup. I don't even my bank account not enough money to pay for my mom medical bill. I have to go and TTT ATM to take the money from my mom's saving account to pay for the bill. You know how effed up I am at that time. You know the word effed up, and so lousy I am. So from that moment onward, I told myself I was being retrenched from a job. Okay, that's the time I told myself I have to work hard. I even being insulted, not insulted, I even confronted by my son. Daddy, you study until so many paper, and yet you can't even find a good job with no money. How come? Like this afternoon, I went to work in Gojisu. Say, hey, 你是老师，为什么你来这边做 kitchen helper? Every job is the same. I need money. And then how about those people? Last week, I went to Takashimaya. Okay, I see a lot of people basking. You know basking, right? Playing song, sing song. 他们也没有偷，没有去抢。Ladies and gentlemen, this is called ideology. Ladies and gentlemen, this is called resilience. Ladies and gentlemen, this is called discipline. Ladies and gentlemen, this is called perseverance. All these words are so important. Don't use your mouth and talk, Yibao. Just talk, I want to be hardworking. I want to study hard. I want to score some A1. Hey, don't talk. Actions speak louder than words. And this is where Ziting has been doing that for the past last year until, no, sorry, Ziting. Correction, Ziting. From the beginning of now until here, right? Yeah. So well done. Ziting has been handing a lot of homework as well as Luolin. So I'm not, my style is, I don't like to chase you for homework. But next year, if you are not going to hand in homework, I won't chase you. Xingyuan, this called student performance appraisal, you know, right? They will tell you whether you hand in homework. So at the end of the day, your parents, please, I don't want to talk to your parents why you're not doing well. Huh? I only want to talk to your parents why you're doing very well. Okay, I don't want to talk to Luoling really lousy. This girl are really lousy, very bad. No, I don't like. I want to praise you in front of your parents. You know why? So your parents will be very super happy and they will be motivated to work hard for your future. All right, they already have a set of problems on their shoulder already. Bloody hell, enough lah. And next time you're going to be parents, you don't expect your children to add on burden to you. Okay, 要懂事, all right. Thank you, Ziting. Honestly, Ziting, I was a bit disappointed for the past few days. I was waiting for you. I'm not waiting for you, Ziting. I was waiting for your homework. Okay, where's the one Ziting mail handing? And you know, was it today you handed to me, right, Ziting? Ziting, you handed to me today, right? Or yesterday? Can you answer, please? To be Cuban basketball is very good. Yes, I agree. Yes, Ziting.
Today.
Today, right? You brightened my days, man. When I was working. Thank you so much. Seriously, I really, Hazel, I really enjoy everyone, especially Ziting is writing this. You see the handwriting. I can tell, well done. Okay, so let's move on now. Thank you so much for the two of you. And Xingyuan, this one, I think you saw it, right, Xingyuan? Xingyuan, do you see this in the group chat? Are you in the group chat or Xingyuan? Okay, this is the one. So I hope to see you on this date 10. Okay, guys, are you ready? We're going to take a short test now. Okay, ready? Let's go. We are doing adjective. I think you have this, right? If those of you have printed out, you're done. Good, good for you. So sorry, I move out again. Total 20 questions. Let's go. You see the first sentence, oh, Hazel, it's already geography already, right? Agree? Which country is that? You say very sad, you all never, in Sec 1, you never learn the ancient history. Seriously, you all learn the what Singapore history. My eldest son and some of my ex-students, they learn ancient history. Now river is the longest in the world. It's all the way from Egypt down to a few countries in Africa. The earliest civilizations. And one of them is the Moses, the opening of no, that one is different story, sorry. Nile River, yes, the longest river in the world. Do you know who is the second and the third longest river? Yes, Zhonghan?
The second one is the Amazon River. The third one is, I think, Changjiang.
其实长江跟黑龙江还是扬子江来，对，黄河跟扬子江还是黑龙江 are the second and the third. The Amazon River is considered number 4, and unless there's some because of the pollution and global warming, they change. Because 中国最近不是有那个三峡 the 3 dams, right? They converted the dams and things like that. There might be changes lah. The last time I taught my student was Amazon is not considered the second and third. Okay, the Huanghe River, Huanghe is the second longest river. So you realize you miss a lot of things on Rolling. You study a 200 years history rather than study 2000 years history. Okay, so now you understand now. So when you're doing this, you realize, hey, now is one of the longest. Hey, geography question. This book I have ever read. Hey, this one literature question. Xingyuan, this is what we talked about just now when you are missing. Okay, so don't worry, you will not miss anything, Xingyuan. Don't worry. Okay, right. As long as you will be covered for the next year lesson. A spider is sometimes then a larger snake. A spider is sometimes there. This thing called arachnophobia. Hazel and Zheting, Jiarong. Arachnophobia, Rolling is I'm a phobia. The word phobia means afraid of spider. Okay.
Raymond.
Huh?
I have a question for number 8.
My sister, that one.
Yeah. Why is it like my sister is not as tall as her mother?
As her mother, yeah. Why?
So
instead of as my mother, huh?
No, I mean like there's nothing to like.
I won't tell you. Very good questions. It's either you stay the same or change, right? All these questions are Hazel, Zheting, Jiarong, Xingyuan, Haoxuan, Ruoling, and Yibao, and Zhonghen. All these questions are those foreigners who do it. That means they are doing those TOEFL SAT questions, the American questions paper or the British, not the local flavor one. Okay. Yibao finish already? Rolling finish already? Completed? Zhonghen? Okay, those of you who are done, please show me a thumbs up so easier for me, all right? Thank you. Thank you, Rolling. Thank you, Hao Xuan. Thank you, Jia Rong. Thank you, Rolling. Thanks. Ziting, Zhonghen, Hazel. Done. Xingyuan. Yibao. Oh yeah, okay. Wait for Yibao. Huh? Don't stress, please. Don't stress yourself, please. Oh my goodness, I'm watching this. Okay. Yibao, once you're done, you just show me the thumbs up or just say I'm done, okay? Okay, those of you like Luo Ling's group, thank you. Left Zhonghen, Xingyuan, Jia Rong, Hao Xuan, Hazel done already. Hazel and Yibao. If you all can, you can submit your homework so that we can discuss more for next lesson for the November, the last lesson for November. Just like what you have seen Luo Ling's and Ziting's homework. So if there's something new to share, like do the just submit your homework or even an essay. Then we can go through it, okay? Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, Yibao, 谢谢. Oh, that's a big thumbs up, man. Okay, let's go. Okay, 1, 2, 3. May I have Hazel? Hazel, I love your reading last week. Please, let's go.
My answers or the correct
Oh, you
one?
just read. Okay, guys. Don't worry about answer. I trust your integrity, your honesty. Okay. If it's wrong, just wrong. Okay. Don't worry. Okay. We are not primary 1 or 2. So just read the answer on that shows on the screen here. Thank you.
The Nile is one of the longest rivers in the world. This is the most interesting book I have ever read. A spider is sometimes more frightening than a large snake.
Wow, awesome. I love to hear the next 2 sentences from you again. Well read. Well pronounced. Number 4, Hazel.
Mr. Harper is the most boring teacher in the whole school. He is even more boring than my French teacher. A bike path is usually narrower than the lane of a road.
Now you understand how Luo Ling and Ziting and Jia Rong and Hazel. This one confirm is a British sentences from there. So you see, your teachers will like to concentrate all these like in the MOE syllabus, but I would like to do extraordinary difference. So the 5 sentences, thank you, Hazel. The first one using my 2023 Xingyuan, the method, that 20 method is 1, I'm traveling the world already, to the Nile River. I even take them back to the time machines there. When I go back to how the Nile River is, okay, this is to entice my student. This is the most interesting book I ever read. Which book? Which literature books? I think one of the most favorites. I just say this book, Think Like a Freak. Cannot see. Think Like a Freak. This is my favorite book. Okay, I'm going to reread again. Okay, so it tells me a lot of interesting things, and I hope that I can copy some of the sentences and paragraphs in here to share with the class. This is 2023, okay, one of the items. Okay, a spider is sometimes, you see, we are talking about science or Hazel, or Xingyuan. We're talking about, hello, excuse me, spider got 10 legs, right? Huh? Xingyuan. Right, spider got 10 legs, right? I'm going to kill you, Xingyuan. I think I will bring you to the zoo. Bloody hell. Emotional damage. Who the hell says spider got 10 legs? Huh? Xingyuan, I'm testing your alertness now. Spider only got 6 legs, please. Correct or not, Xingyuan? 若琳，你不要给他答案呢。我讲 10 他也点头，我讲 6 他也点头。我跟你讲，我讲 spider 有2只脚，他马上点头也是。Xingyuan, are you okay now? You wake up your bloody hell. So okay, joke aside. So spider, there's a name to call for 8 legs. It's not an insect, right? I can't remember what's the name. Wow, Ipa, well done. 18/20. Well done. So let's talk about spider and the snake. What is the difference? Is a spider a cold-blooded animal or a snake a cold-blooded animal? Why is it so frightened that a spider is sometimes more frightening? Have you seen a black widow spider before? Have you seen a spider that is as big as my fist? You know some spiders are super poisonous. 嘉荣，你不要跟我讲那个四蜈蚣蜘蛛精哦。不要跟我讲那个四蜈蚣蜘蛛精啊！那只 spider confirm 很大只的。OK， 我最近看四蜈蚣看到我闲了，那 spider 全部都是大大，那个蜘蛛精，你懂吗？若琳，你有没有看《西游记》的？OK， awkward。哎，说你们要看《西游记》啊 ？Nobody watch《西游记》啊？哎呦 ，this is one of the best literature book. I see from here, Xingyuan, we can talk about 西游记. Go and watch the 西游记. In fact, because when my daughter was in primary school, they use 西游记 as one of the books. 4 books. One of them is 西游记、水浒传、三国演义，还有那个红楼梦。Wow, that one is like Romeo and Juliet. Okay, number 4. Most boring teacher. So from here, we can see that Mr. Harper maybe is a good teacher, but the way he teach is not so interesting. And is it more boring than French teacher? Hey, sir, the moment when this student wrote this sentence, it showed me, it gave me a sense that he doesn't like to learn French. He's very weak in French. That's why I say boring. If you find a teacher that's boring in teaching this subject, that means either you really don't know anything, or you don't bother, or you are not interested in subject. 对吗？嘉荣？Oh, right. So this is one way you say, to help you. A bike path is usually narrower than the length of a road. Why? Because the bike was only 2 wheels, correct? No. Unless you say 3 wheels, even it's not as big as a Lamborghini or Mercedes. Okay, thank you. 6, 7, 8, 9. Xingyuan, your turn. Xingyuan, number 6. 快点，我要去看 football 了嘞。我要看 second half Germany and Japan 哦，不要害我啊。
People say women are more polite or politer than men.
Not true, huh? Disagree, objection. Now the woman's is tiger. 母老虎。哇，Xingyuan，你点头很厉害。哎it's okay. Girls, you are supposed to be more fiercer than the man, so that you don't let the man bully you. 对吧？嘉荣子婷 right？ 若琳。你要对你老公凶一点以后，这样他们才会听话。Hey, hello, this is the 21st century, okay? I think the women has been being, in fact, have been controlled by the men. You know, recently, Iran and which country was playing football? England, right? England and Iran was playing football. Right? You know, every time when you start your football, you must sing your national anthem, right? Iran refused to sing the national anthem at all. You know why? Recently, got one lady was being tortured to death during the police investigations. So in Iran, women has no equal rights with the men. Very sad, So now they are protesting. But because of religions, Hazel and Rolling, religions overrule everything. So that's why when you come to religions, it's super sensitive. Thousands of years until now, religions is always the top of the topic. So you see, from there we can tell. Number 6, you see, we're talking about religions already. We're talking about another humanity subjects. Xingyuan, number 7, please.
A computer is much more expensive than a pocket calculator.
I will agree with you, Xingyuan, but do you know that a Apple Watch is more expensive than a computer? You know that? Apple Watch is now more expensive. I didn't know. I got one of my friends. Oh yeah, this friend, he wear an Apple Watch. Cost him about $2,000 很夸张嘞，有这么贵咩？什么 what Gold Watch Rolex But they, of course, all the features I think I'm not sure is it 2,000 plus or 1,000 plus. Definitely now a computer you can buy at $799. The normal function. Number 8, please.
My sister is not as tall as her mother.
Get it now, Yipao. Okay, they treat you, you see? So sometimes you must know your language well, you must know where you stand. So some people say, Hazel, are you sure now? You sure, man? Are you sure now? If you are Hazel, if you are very confirmed, you are very steadfast, and you know you are doing the right thing, Hazel, do not hesitate. Yes, I'm confirmed, I'm right, because I've done my homework well enough. Okay, especially if you are a lawyer. If the judge asks you, you sure now? Hazel, imagine say, let me take a coin and toss. Kate, I agree. Till I not agree. Die, man. Zhonghan, bye-bye. This guy is going to go for jail. Cannot, So we got professionalism. Number 9. Xingyuan, 2 more to go.
Snowboarding is more exciting than skiing.
So obviously you can see this sentence is more to a person who's staying in Europe side, or not. I'm not saying Singapore. Singapore, of course, knows skiing. If you ask me snowboarding or skiing, do you know there's a difference? Okay, skiing, you have to take 2 things. Have you ever been to skiing before or snowboarding? Okay, I done skiing before, but I tell you, skiing is not easy, it's not fun, it's quite dangerous. I prefer snowboarding because I like to do skateboard. When I was a teenager, like 8, I do skateboard until I nearly broke my arms and both because I like skateboarding. So snowboarding will be fun because the board itself is very fun, and then you can do a lot of stunt. But if Uncle Raymond do it now, I think you'll go hospital and see me. I'll be on cast, break bones. Number 10. Obviously, this number 9 sentence I was saying it's more to a teenager, agreed? So from there we can tell, okay, from the sentence. Now we have to be a detective to detect the sentence. Where does this source come from? Number 10.
Children usually have less money to spend than teenagers.
Not true, Not true, Depends on where your family background come from. Okay, thank you, Xingyuan. Zhonghan, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, please.
July and August are normally the hottest months of the year.
Is it true for Singapore, Zhonghan?
No,
Yes, well done.
every
my
month
goodness.
hot.
Yes, we are talking about equator, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, is it geography now?
Yes.
Now I understand. You hear my dog barking, louder than my voice. So, Zhonghan, now you understand? Now, so which country do you think this is? England? Summer, 对吗?
Yeah.
Now you get it now? So from the sentence itself, you can tell, right? These topics, this passage, get it now. For Hazel and Rolling and Yipao. So from this sentence, imagine this sentence is inside a comprehension passage. Confirm 不是新加坡的 confirm 是在外国，可是我不知道哪一个国家，对吗？ That country will have 4 seasons one. 对不对？ Maybe I'm wrong, maybe in Africa there is this one hotter, 对吗？ Remember, any country that is near the equator, you all study science, 嘉荣and Zhiting, Hao Xuan, right? Hao Xuan, equator, right? The northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere, you may have to. You know all this now. You know the equator, the longitude and the latitude now. You know, especially the guys, Hao Xuan, Xingyuan, Zhonghan, Yipao, you all have to go to army. So when you're in the army, they have to do the artillery bombing. They have to know the bearing and where to bomb. You bomb wrongly, good luck to you. Instead of bombing the enemy, you go and bomb your own allies' forces. Okay, number 10 done already, 11 done already, 12.
Paul is the slowest runner in our class. Nobody is slower than he is.
My goodness, the first thing I can think of, Zhonghan, he's very plump. 80 kilo. So Luoling, do you know there's one, I don't want to mention the school, This teacher very cute. He asked two students. One is very fat and one is very skinny, like Xing Yuan like that. Then they asked the two students to run. Okay, one is very fat like Zhonghan like that, and the one very skinny like Xing Yuan. So they asked these two boys to run. Obviously, Xing Yuan, the one skinny one, will run faster, right? Luoling, is it true? Oh, so Zhonghan. So Luoling say you are fat, Oh gosh, I got you, man, Luoling. Okay, this is one way to identify that Paul might be very plump, but Zhonghan, slow in class doesn't mean he can be plump. He might be same size like you or Zhonghan, or Yibao like you, very fit. But 可能他的身体 the heart has a hole. Do you know that you have friends that I do have student last time, a heart there's a hole inside, very hard. They cannot do PE one. Cannot do PE. Can you imagine that poor boy sit there and watch people doing PE and cannot take strenuous exercise? And say every time when you play, can I play with you? No, you have a heart in the hole. Oh my goodness. A hole in the heart. Or heart in the hole. Seriously. A hole in the heart. Sorry. The heart in the hole. You have a hole in the heart. Kind of confusing myself. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay. So very sad. Some even got eczema. They cannot run. So that doesn't mean you must be plump and fat. So now you understand, we're going to become a detective. Number 12, number 13.
In this test, she has made fewer mistakes than in the last one.
Obviously, from this sentence, you can tell she has made a great improvement. She has done her best to improve. Not only that, she has pulled out her socks. She wants to be the top in the class. She wants to be passed with flying colors because recently her mom got cancer. Her dad was in prison. Her grandma was sick. So he realized that he cannot join bad people. So instead of 近朱者赤，近墨者黑, we can use that in English already, right? You don't want to mix with bad company. So he decided to do well. Well done, number 14, please.
Sandra is a cleverer, the most clever girl I know.
Oh, Zhonghan, since when you got this girlfriend called Sandra? Jiarong, Xingyan, how come you never tell me Zhonghan got a new girlfriend called Sandra? You see, look at Zhonghan. Yeah, well, I don't want to tell you, Uncle Raymond. Yeah, I got more than one girlfriend. But this is the one that's very smart. Wow, he's taking out his spectacle, want to whack me already. Uncle Raymond, 我忍你很久了. Okay, guys, thank you. Zhonghan, can we do the next two more? And last one, sorry.
The film I watched yesterday was more interesting than the one on Saturday.
Oh yes, thank you for this one. Suddenly, Hazel and Ziting, Jiarong, I will be using in 2023. Xingyuan I will be showing you a movie clip, okay? And then I want you to listen to what they say. Then we will explain. So you know what I mean now, Hazel. For example, maybe you haven't watched this movie before. Example, Harry Potter, okay? A scene of Harry Potter. You love Harry Potter? Oh my! Behind my this, my son have all the Harry Potter things. Is this Harry Potter? Yeah? Is this Harry Potter? Right? Harry Potter, right? I didn't love you. My eldest son loves Harry Potter things a lot. So for example, next year, okay, Xingyan, I will show you a movie clip. Maybe you can't go, maybe you can't go. Then I will ask you, hey, excuse me, what do you think if you are the director, right, Jiarong, what is the next scene that you want to show? So Ziting, you might say, oh, I think I want the bad guy to die immediately. Then maybe Hao Xuan say, no, I want the bad guy to be being more tortured more because of all the evil things that he did. Get it out, children? So this is something like that. Okay. A lot of things coming out, Xingyan. Okay. A lot of things. Thank you so much for the last 5. May I have who have not read Hao Xuan, because your screen your these things I'm not sure you can, but can I ask Rolling the last 5? No, yeah. Why not Hao Xuan, you read the number 15. See, is it okay your mic? Let's go, Hao Xuan.
The film I watched yesterday was more interesting than the one on Sunday.
Okay, and this one is done by okay, number 16. I'm so sorry.
Peter is the worst player on the team. He never gets anything right.
Does it mean he did not get anything right? He's might be the worst player, or is it because nobody want to pass the ball to him, or nobody want to cooperate with him, or is he a very arrogant player that nobody want to work with him? This is where we want to understand why is he the worst player. If he's the worst player, Hao Xuan, why the coach still want to put him on the field to play? True, it doesn't make sense. I mean, seriously, if he's a bad player in the first place, then the coach will say, hey, I don't think you're fit to join this team. Can you please resign from this team and do something else? But why is he playing? If he's playing means the coach thinks that he got potential. By the way, I'm not sure. Do you know who is Cristiano? I can't remember. Cristiano Ronaldo, right? You know, recently he was asked to leave Manchester United, right? Because of whatever he said on the news, right? This is where next year, something like that, maybe sometimes Cristiano Ronaldo is one of your leaders, your superhero. He said, I don't think what Ronaldo did was wrong because he was being left out in the team. The coach did not help him much because I think Ronaldo has contributed a lot to the Manchester United. But having said that, doesn't mean his age is catching up. He's not a good player. He's not very agile as a monkey. But doesn't mean that he cannot work together as a team. If you give him a chance, I think he can score very well. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one way, like the presentation, like a newspaper reporter. Get it now? To get an impromptu to make you to talk. So the moment when you talk like that, you are able to write better. That's one way, okay? So thank you. Number 17. Hao Xuan.
English is not as difficult as German, but more difficult than other languages.
I can tell you, I will never want to learn German if I can. You know, when we say thank you in French, it's merci beaucoup or merci. Merci, merci. I would say, how do you say? Okay, in Japanese, thank you means arigato, right? In Chinese, it's in Malay, it's terima kasih. In German, thank you is danke. Danke. Oh, danke. And then in Spanish, it's hospital. Like we know it's hospital, right? In German, you don't say hospital, it's another name. Kasperwangen. Huh? You are, huh? What the hell is that? You know, it's so difficult. And sorry, if you ask me to learn Japanese or Korean, I would prefer Japanese. Because Japanese got the kakiko keiko nani no ne no. In a way, but Korean is ayoseyo, kamsahamnida. But that's different. And honestly, I cannot understand the Korean characters. Well, the Japanese got the Hanzi, right? Correct. Easier to learn. So that is one confirm. Hao Xuan, do you agree? This number 17 is confirmed a British student homework. English and German. So it's a bit propaganda, right, Hazel? To tell you English is easier to learn. Thank you, Hao Xuan. The rest, last three, your turn. Luoling.
Bill works harder than ever. He wants to get a promotion.
So are you saying that Bill's before that he was a lazy person? Or are you saying that the Bill's superior did not give him a fair chance to get promoted? Are you saying that Bill worked harder because even though last time he worked harder, now he even want to work harder because of what? He want to prove to somebody, to someone? Get it up. So this is one way. Or maybe because his immediate supervisor resigned, retired, died, or whatever. Now there's a vacancy for this supervisor or this manager role, and he need that role to get promoted. After all, he has been working in the company for 20 over years. Okay, so now you get to understand. We don't just write the sentence. And what happened? Like Xing Yuan, if I want to have a beef up your creative sentences, I want you to continue from there. Bill works harder than ever. He wants to get a promotion. You realize got two sentences, right? So Luo Ling, how do you continue the third sentence? Xing Yuan, this is one way for next year. We call the chain sentence. Remember the chain sentence just how we did, right, Luo Ling? So what is the third sentence? I will do this. He wants to get a promotion. It's now or never. This is the best time that deals find this golden opportunity. See? Get it now? So this is where you beef up your thinking. The more of these coming in, I tell you, you go to exam hall, the moment the paper land on your table, and look at any questions, you can do it, I tell you. This is what I want. I got students come out, wow, Mr. Shong, especially during my secondary school year with my student. Wow, Mr. Shong, damn it, man, this question so hard, that one question so hard. Actually, I looked through all the 4 questions, the essay, it's not very hard. You know why not very difficult? Because during their years of Set 4, 4 years in school, all the questions, twist and turn is here, there, 来去去都是这样。你吃过 rojak 吗？你吃过 rojak 吗？印度煎饼不，印度的 rojak， 你有没有吃过 rojak 吗？ rojak 来来去去都是这几样东西，对不对？好，对吗？你吃过茶粿条对吗？是白的茶粿条是黑的，然后来来去都是这样的。是那个人炒，到底是好吃还是不好吃，对不对？说是你耶 ，You are the chef. Number 19.
Mrs. Simmons is the most polite, or the politest teacher I have ever met.
So if you say Mrs. Simmons, actually is what kind of teachers? Is it the oldest teacher in the school, or is that this teacher has been a very 3P, very peaceful, very not only polite, but very patient. Most important thing, the one of the most ingredient that a teacher must have is patience. Okay, I cannot take it that the teacher say, I don't want to teach Jianrong because Jianrong is not an IP student or an express student or what student. I'm giving you an example because you can take jokes. I don't like teachers like that. As a teacher, when the student come in front of you, what kind of students you must handle? True not? You are a servant leader. The teacher is a servant leader, to serve leader like you. Do you know a teacher can change a life of a student's futures? It all depends on the teachers. You realize that some of the students come back and say, 我要感谢我老师，如果没有这个老师，今天我不可以做这个做那个。有些说我要感谢我老师，因为他看不起我，所以我要做给他看，我做成一个 best terrorist in the world. You might laughing, right? It's true now. So that is the things that, you know, whatever you say to the student, you must be patient. You must give a very productive and positive answer to them, not to discourage them. Polite teachers, to me, no big deal. You see teachers very polite in front of you, but behind you, 这个若琳很笨的，没有用的，很lousy的。You see, you get what I mean now? It's very hypocrite, right, 若琳? I'd rather have a teacher to tell 若琳，最近为什么你一直发呆？整天想太多男朋友是吗？更好好做功课，不要想东想西，不要做白日梦。Correct? I think you prefer this kind of teacher to tell you right in front of you, rather, 哇，若琳 you're very good, huh? Every time I teach, you sleep in class there. Continue to sleep, okay? Don't worry, teacher will not scold you. Then you say, oh? You know what I mean? Oh? Very polite to you, ma. He never send you for detention, right? He never call your parents, right? But 他就是要看你越来越烂咯。Don't laugh, children. In real world, there are this type of people. 但是就是要看到你很烂黑色 so that 他可以爬到你头上 can take over you. I think, to be honest, this is recording live. You think all the country like Singapore? It's just waiting for Singapore to fall only, that's it, man. So we cannot live and sleep and relax, no. That's why we are small, but we always continue to work hard to preserve what our great-grandfather has preserved for us. You see, China are getting very powerful, right? Because of all these past century, 我们每次称为是东亚病夫 you know what's the meaning, right? The weakening of the East. We are actually not weak, no. 华中人 It's because the Western gave us opium, that's why we are weak, 对吗? We are actually very strong, no? In terms of martial arts, in terms of the years we have in the battle, all the dynasty went to battle before, right? We fight with the Romans, we fight with the Turkish, we fight with the Mongolians, we fight with the European knights, we fight with all the barbarians there. And yet China today can be under the great power called under Qin Shi Huang. How can we say China is weak? How can we say we Chinese is weak? Understand? We bring history. we talk about number 19. So politeness doesn't mean good. Okay, I prefer teacher to be more patient, agree now, Rolling, right, than to be more polite. Last one, before we end the lesson.
This chair is not as comfortable as that one in the living room.
So what happened? Are you going to remember last time they got this summary? I don't want this old chair, please discard it. Remember the sentence? You did the summary, right? The summary question, I don't want the old chair, please discard it. So this sentence tells you this chair is not comfortable in the living room. So where do you think this chair will be? Is it in the kitchen, in your grandmother's room or grandparents' room, or in your master bedrooms, or in your study room? So what are you going to do with this chair? Are you going to discard this chair, or are you going to preserve this chair because this chair was left over by my great-grandfather? It become a legacy, it become an artifact, it become an antique. You know, I got one old grandfather clock. I will preserve it. No, 这是古董嘞，无价之宝 is priceless. 对吗？子婷and Jiarong, you all know what I mean, right? So this is how we're going to keep it, even though it's not comfortable. What do you think? Why the writer? Remember, this is literature, Xing. So this is a. Are you okay? Not freezing. So this is a literature part where. Why do you think the author say this sentence? Is it bringing out his very emotional feeling about this chair? Do you think this chair got some significant impact on him? Or is it because this chair has something to bring back his memory? Get it now? So now you understand now, every passage, whether in literatures or comprehensions, okay, there is a hidden agenda, a meanings to it. So every sentence now you read now, you realize that you think, okay, now you start to do that. By the time you do your comprehension, it's like a breeze that was straight, very easy. You realize sometimes, how come this student of mine or this classmate of mine don't pay attention in class, but every time score better than me, I pay attention? Because you know why? He has been doing his background homework at home and doing other things. He has been maybe attending a very popular tuition class where this master had taught him a new method, a secret method in study. Anyway, there's no secret method in study one. I never believe a secret method in study. Even I give you a secret, a very top, very popular, very good method. If you do not know how to use, that method is useless to you. 对吗？ True not? Yipao, Ziting, Jiarong agree not? If now I give you a gun, I give you a gun now. If the gun is very important for you to protect yourself, right? Do you think you need a gun in Singapore? No, right? But Hazel, now if I give you a taser, you know it's taser, taser, not a gun. But now if you're in New York, I give you a taser, it's important to you, right? Because you worry about robbers, about rapists and molesters, correct now? But you need a taser in Singapore for what? Now you understand? No need, right? So you understand what I mean? It's not the secret method. It's whether all methods are the same. There's no shortcut in study. Don't go and believe there's shortcut, 10 ways to complete O-level. 10 ways to complete O-level. You must really go into every level. That is the most important. All right. So please send me. Oh, I have few of you send me your answer 18 upon 20. Well done. If you can send me your mark, that would be good. So next week, I would like to cover this one, the unemployments. We have not enough time because I took up a lot of times here. So I would like to stop here. So I will continue the last few parts for next week, and there'll be some practice exercise, okay? Right, so let me